Hello, folks. Welcome back to '07 SNME, WWE.com Direct. All the above.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I should man in a better universe. I'd rebrand my channel to WWE.com Direct.
I
Um,
don't know if you'd be allowed to do that.
I would be allowed to do whatever I want. I live in Canada. Come get me. Um,
You're getting very this is a line of reasoning you're taking a lot lately,
yeah.
Tucker.
Oh man, I'm getting a phone call. You want to run down the card really quick?
Sure.
It won't
I
last
can't.
long, I'm sure.
All right, well, this is a unique scenario. Hello everyone, welcome to the SNME 6 Bad Blood live from the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. We are here. Our main event of the evening is Edge taking on Randy Orton in an unsanctioned match. These two used to be friends. They used to be tag team partners. They used to be tag team champions, I believe.
Yes.
Until they lost those belts at WrestleMania to the Hardys, and ever since they have been absolutely falling apart. They had a match a couple of weeks ago, which Randy Orton won convincingly, but ever since Edge has been unhinged, and tonight they're going to settle their differences. Things have gotten bad, and tonight there's going to be blood in the air. Edge, Randy Orton, unsanctioned match is our main event. Then we got Triple H versus Shawn Michaels in a no-holds-barred match. Tucker, do you want to tell us how we've gotten to this?
It's interesting because even I don't think I've realized it until breaking it down right now. They're kind of mirroring Edge and Orton in a bit of a way. DX came together last year. Again, they came back together, I guess I should say. And really started giving the tag division a run for its money. No tag titles, but I mean, constantly in that picture. Constantly just one win away from getting it done. And I think that particular happenstance continuously occurring has really eroded one of the better friendships that we've ever seen in this company. It started, quite frankly, with WrestleMania, with Ric Flair, with Shawn Michaels retiring Ric Flair, and then Triple H feeling as if it maybe should have been him who had done it. And as Shawn has continued to become, I don't even know, almost like a ghost in a way. He's not all there. He's not focused. He's not invested in the day to day. He's all wrapped up in what has already occurred. Like he can't change what he did to Ric Flair now. Not like he did something terrible to Ric Flair. He just retired him in an earnest wrestling match. But he can't change that now. He can't go back and retroactively give the match to Triple H or something. But that
Or could
friction, or could he? Tonight, we have found a time machine, folks.
It's Ric Flair versus Triple H. A career-threatening match.
Ric Flair went back in time, undid his loss. No, I think from there, these two have just slowly started to realize that maybe they were friends when they were, a decade younger, but maybe in 2007, these two don't really have all that much in common, or even that they really like that much about each other anymore. But there does seem to be some commitment to figuring it out, as tonight it's Triple H versus Shawn Michaels in a match that Triple H wanted for the express reason of figuring all of this out. And they do be wrestlers, and so hitting each other is probably therapeutic to some degree.
A match Triple H is called the Ultimate Chess Match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ultimate chess match.
No holds barred.
No holds barred.
Up next, we've got Chavo Guerrero taking on Mr. Kennedy. Now, these two also do not like each other, continuing the theme of bad blood. As
Weird
these
that
two
we
men,
named it that, huh? That's very convenient.
These two men have always had a little bit of a dislike for each other. They've been on the same brand now for a while, and they do things incredibly differently. Mr. Kennedy's all about the result. Chavo Guerrero, even though he does occasionally lie, cheat, and steal, is really all about the principles of the matter. He's a warrior. He is an honorable man, and he's had to fight and claw for every opportunity he's ever gotten. Of course, including main eventing WrestleMania last year. Now, he has a very important opportunity in his hands, the Money in the Bank contract. And ever since WrestleMania, that has ratcheted up the tension between these two men. As Mr. Kennedy, of course, the only man in history to win the Money in the Bank ladder match and not then go on to become the world champion. He lost that opportunity last year to Rob Van Dam, and it's something I think that's always sort of plagued him. And so he resents Chavo Guerrero quite a bit. These two have been going back and forth, and it all came to a head when Mr. Kennedy had a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship against The Undertaker, a man who, in many ways he has his number, but unfortunately he wasn't able to capture the world title, in part because Chavo Guerrero got involved in the match. So these two looked headed for a collision, but Mr. Kennedy refused to fight Chavo and put out there that there was nothing Chavo could possibly do to entice him into a match. And then Chavo figured it out. So tonight, on the line is the Money in the Bank briefcase, as these two go one-on-one in a Money in the Bank briefcase on a pole match.
Important to note, I think that last year Kennedy had one Money in the Bank and then lost it to RVD. Yeah, I was like, for some reason, it was flashing in my head. A guy who does not even work for this company. Certain punk. Anyways, I don't know why.
Christian Cage?
Yeah, clearly Christian Cage is who I was thinking about.
I want to note that I mentioned Kennedy losing to RVD.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck.
No, it's not a problem. It's just funny that you didn't hear it.
My bad. It's... Fuck, that sucked. I thought... Okay, my bad. I guess in my head, because I would have been...
the point.
In my head, how I would have done it. No, well, yeah, I think I would have ended on that.
Fair.
I don't know.
Up next, we have the United States Championship match.
This, we're leaving now the bad blood section of the card and entering.
These two don't like each other either, but for a very different reason.
They don't like each other, but it is all in the spirit of SmackDown, and that being the spirit of competition. Shark and MVP have really taken on a cavalcade of events, challenges. I believe was there an eating contest at one point?
No, we didn't get there.
We didn't get to the eating contest. Unfortunate. Sag, because Shark would have won. He's a shark. Damn it. They played basketball. They swam in a closed pool. They swam in the ocean. They
played basketball in an NBA arena.
Yep. Yeah. We had a shootout at an NBA arena when the team was gone, which I think is a good bit. It's been all about one-upsmanship through earnest and honest competition.
And let's not forget that this all started when MVP beat Shark in a Shark Tank.
Yeah. Let's not forget, 6 months ago, he went a little crazy, created the greatest match concept in history. The ring is surrounded by, well, that's not even the match tonight. I won't even get into it. You can go back and look. There's a big tank around the ring, and we slowly feed water into it with, sealed off hoses and stuff like that. As the water level rises, you either win the match or you drown. Anyways.
That's not the match you're going to see tonight.
Yeah, this is just a normal wrestling match tonight. Sorry to hype you up, but...
Although the United States title is on the line.
It is. Shark could indeed become the champion of the United States of America.
Holy shit.
And speaking of champions, I guess, yeah, that works, right?
Yeah,
opening us up tonight is our Cruiserweight Championship match. It's Sabu, the champion, defending against Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong, who has just run through the majority of the Cruiserweight roster to get to this spot in a big Cruiserweight #1 contenders tournament. He went to the finals against Rey Mysterio. He beat Rey Mysterio. I think just this Friday on SmackDown.
Yep. Yesterday he beat Rey Mysterio. So,
oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, the question going into this match is, how is Roderick Strong 100%?
Yeah, it's a lot to go through quite quickly, and then to try to wrestle somebody who's genocidal, homicidal, and suicidal.
But also, we got to think about the role that
a lot of things wrong with the Sabu guy.
Millennium might play in this match, because Roderick Strong is not alone. He fights alongside his brother in arms, Frankie Kazarian, and they've recently added a new member to their midst. It seems the high flying Evan Bourne.
If you want to check out any of the TVs that we've done in between shows, you can go to I don't know if it's youtube.com/VODs or there's a link down below. It's probably linked on my channel somewhere. You can find it. It's got John Cena and Umaga staring at each other, and you'll hear my wonderful voice. That's how you know it's real. Because everybody's trying to pretend to be us. Just if you didn't realize. I think we've got shoutouts or something, right? Maybe not.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I should shout out. I think I know the name, but if I get it wrong, Tucker, let me know. We should shout out our nearest tier 3 patron, Colleen Rock. Yep. Thank you very much for your support. And if you want to join our Patreon, the link to that is also in the description. Thank you all to our patrons. Much appreciated.
And we will, of course, show the credits at the end there. If you sign up to be a tier 3 patron, you're on that list forever, even if you take your money away at some point, because I mean there's very few people as is, so I don't want to make that list look too small. Okay, I gotta at least make people pretend somebody cares.
Tucker goes through all the effort of making everybody get their own unique font.
I do. I'm gonna keep that up as long as forever.
There are
actually,
fonts.
it's forever. Actually, I will never stop. I will.
Yeah, we'll be there in like 2056. Booking, of course, 2020.
Maybe by then we will have 6 names. Who knows? That would be crazy.
Tucker's gonna be there like, I'm sorry, Puddy, we've ran out of fonts. I did wingdings for the last one, and we got a complaint. So
somebody complained. He's like, hey. We are in the Time Warner Cable Arena. Or no, sorry, we're not. We are in the Greensboro Coliseum. Excuse me.
A late switch. Yeah. We have to move everybody from the one arena to the other.
Late switch. Everybody sat down and we were like, you filter out, actually. We're going to go down the road. Well, no, not even down the road. We're going to go to the other city. Yeah. We'll meet you there at some point. We're in the Greensboro Coliseum. It's Bad Blood, SNME 6. I think we're good to go.
I think so.
Let's do it. Just bad vibes. Like your stomach starts to hurt. There's it feels like there's something rotting in your gut. It's just the worst. It's your bad blood. It's Vince McMahon, known. Oh man, what the hell were they called in Avatar? Were they just blood benders or something? I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, there were blood benders.
There you go. That's what Mr. McMahon is, which is the most terrifying thought any man could ever put in the universe.
You're a bit of a wild card, Tucker. When you said that, I seriously thought he's probably talking about Last Airbender, but there's a chance he's talking about the blue people.
No, because I paused for a minute to think about calling it The Last Airbender, and then I was like, no, people will kill me probably if I refer to it as that, so...
No, lots of people, I see that acronym online. People always call it ATLA or whatever now.
Oh, yeah. Which is fair and also bullshit, and somebody should have just stopped them from calling that other movie Avatar when it had nothing to do with the other property called Avatar.
Well, as you learned from John Morrison, that word has a very
he uses the blue people meaning of Avatar.
Well, no. So okay. I assume you know this, but just to be clear, the way that that film franchise uses the word Avatar and the way that the famous Western animation series uses the word Avatar is the same. One is a virtual avatar and one is an avatar of the elements, but they're still using the words in the same way.
He's just supposed to be the avatar of the elements.
Yeah, exactly. He is the incarnation of all four elements. That's what the word avatar means.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew that, but also like, huh?
Like, it isn't like a unique definition of avatar or anything.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I guess you're right.
Right, and now
I guess to
now the
me,
Puddy and Tucker book Avatar is out of the way.
I guess to me, it's like Avatar, and Avatar is like something you could that you are not, but you can. I don't know.
An avatar is a conduit that something channels through. So if you have there are many ways in which you say it's a virtual avatar, but there's also this concept of like avatars of the gods or things like that. And in Last Airbender, he is just the avatar of the elements.
I wonder why that movie was named after like the most insignificant detail in it.
True, it could have been like World of the Blue People.
Yeah, it could have been like Blue People Eco Movie, #1 and #2.
I don't know if it would have sold as much if they did that though. Maybe.
That's fair. I mean, it really didn't sell.
God. If they Tucker, wait, what's going on here?
We sit down with Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler. I forget we're not on stream. This is just a YouTube video. That's great. All right. Anyways, Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler are sitting down at our commentary desk. I entirely forgot this wasn't a stream.
Well, technically, Tucker, we are on stream.
Stop confusing me. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler are sitting at the desk. They're going over our card tonight, literally telling us what we just told you. And then Mr. McMahon's theme hits. He comes out with R-Truth, and we're all a little confused. He's not supposed to be out here at all tonight, so I don't know what the hell this is. Jim Ross says.
Mr. McMahon is not booked to compete tonight.
He's not supposed to be out here. Damn it! He's disrupting the programming. And Vince comes out, and he reveals William Regal, who he tells to go sit over there at the damn desk. I don't care what you want to do with your time. You're doing what I say.
But I'm a wrestler now.
Is Vince talking? Are we gonna have him with a mic?
Yeah, I like the idea that after JR says that, the first thing Vince does is that I heard that, JR. It's my damn network. It's my damn show. I can do what the fuck I want.
You're talking into my ear. You son of a bitch. I hear what you say.
You're talking into my microphone. You're sitting on my chair.
And I will allow you to.
Only with the supervision of William Regal.
I need somebody to watch you to make sure you don't screw this thing up, Jim. You're the biggest screw up of them all. Go help him out, William.
Regal is also like, no.
Yeah. Regal sits down and he's like, hi, guys. How's it going?
So let me tell you about DMLS.
Yeah. So what have you been doing? Where'd you go?
I'm telling you guys, this Ted DiBiase guy, future star.
He gets it.
Yeah, he gets it. He's got the fire. He's got the hunger. But anyway, look, I'm going to do my job. We're here tonight. We got a great Cruiserweight Championship match for you right up next.
That we do.
And now, importantly here, Roderick Strong enters with Millennium. And then as he's about halfway down the ramp, he tells them to go to the back. Fights the match alone. And wins the match alone. And new WWE World Cruiserweight Champion, Roderick Strong.
Yeah, this is fun and based. I imagine you can put together as many different spots in your head as you want for this in like 9 minutes. It's Sabu, it's Roddy. Probably lots of backbreakers, lots of nonsense Sabu dives. They're going pedal to metal for the whole thing. New Cruiserweight champ.
Yeah, and this really is a culmination of Roderick's story. I talked on SmackDown this week about how that match was really more of Roddy's coronation. It was this absolute slog where he had to throw absolutely everything at Rey Mysterio in order to get the win. This is a lot more straightforward. Not to say that Sabu doesn't give him a match, but I feel like this is a kind of a pool of chaos in which Roderick doesn't necessarily have so much control over the outcome. Like on Friday, it was very much a chess match, whereas tonight it was more just sort of Roddy hanging in there and hoping to be the last man standing, which he was. But really, his coming, his sort of homecoming was yesterday. when he became the number one contender. And I think, despite Sabu's clear sort of quality, Roderick Strong is just newer, he's younger, he's hungrier, and I think there was always a sense that he was going to be able to get the job done here, and that's why I feel like he didn't need Millennium. He's got the title. Big win.
Big win indeed. We are moving right into the U.S. title match.
Before we do move on to the U.S. title match, we should mention Boner, who, of course, was in the Cruiserweight tournament and has vowed when he returns to not only face off against Millennium, but also to claim that Cruiserweight championship. So hopefully we see Boner again soon. And yeah.
Do they know who that is?
I don't know, but I don't care.
Fair play. Fair play.
I think they do know. It's Bones, but lately he's been referring to his boners in the WWE universe.
Boners, I need you to eject your energy for me. I need your energy. U.S. title on the line. Montel Vontavious Porter is a slicey, a word? That's not a word. Shiesty was what I was looking for. He's a shiesty son of a bitch. And he uses the tights.
The shark-themed tights with the gills.
Rolls up.
Like, I like to think they've got gills on, like, the front and then, like, fins on the side. It's got a really big fin on the back.
Oh, my.
Like a shark fin? That's on the back.
Yeah. I hear you.
You don't like that? You don't like the shark tights?
Boy. All right.
Shark should reconsider his ring gear. Maybe one day he will become United States champion.
If he wasn't dressed like that, maybe I'd put him over. Yeah, MVP retains. Defense number 2 of the U.S. title. Still going strong. However, after all that talk about competition, MVP just came in and cheated. What the fuck, man? That's not cool. I mean,
like I say, MVP only cares about the W column. Speaking of a man who oozes W, it's the Bash Man, Doug Basham, who comes out, microphone in his hand, and says, "Wow, champ, that was an impressive victory. You really showed the world why you're the WWE United States champion. But listen here, Montel, ain't mean shit, because no matter who you beat in this business, doesn't mean anything until you beat me, the Bash Man, the greatest in the world. So, hey, Montel, I'm putting the marker out there. I want to be the United States champion, the Bash Man, Doug Basham. See you around, champ."
I don't know if we want to use that mid-tell line in here, but Doug would 1,000% say that shit. Even though it has no context in 2007. He makes up a word, and we're like, what the hell is he talking about?
Everyone says you're the best. You're the most valuable player. Actually, MVP, when you stack up, I think you're pretty mid. Actually, I think you're mid-tell Vontavious Porter.
My God. Mid-tell. We'll never escape this man.
MVP just looks very confused.
Yeah, MVP
in the ring.
The whole time he's like, the Shark Bash has been, it was short but tough. Shark's a big boy, so he's kind of recovering a little bit. He's got his belt. He's all sweaty. He just kind of like looks at Doug the whole time, like, what the fuck is happening right now? Who are you? Where did you come from?
We should mention that Doug Basham, the Bash Man, recently beat Gregory Helms and Rene Sebastian Dupree in a triple threat match.
They saw that.
Oh, was that on SNME?
Yep, that was on SNME. Oh, I think so. Maybe it was. You're right, it was a SmackDown. You're right. Never mind, Puddy.
Okay. I'm still not certain that I am right, but...
I think you definitely are. I kind of want to look, actually.
We can look. I don't mind.
Come here, Doug. What?
I'm right. SmackDown's up there.
Oh, okay, so it's so weird. Why is it sometimes in reverse order and sometimes in this order?
Well, on this screen, it's always in this order.
But there's some screen where it's in the other order. I swear.
I think it might be the match history screen. That might be what you're thinking of when you click on the
matches.
Yeah, when you're booking a match.
That's so weird. Who designed this shit? Like, what the fuck?
Adam Ryland.
Anyways, Mr. fucking Kennedy.
Crystal, tonight, I'm going to prove to the world what Chavo Guerrero already knows, and that is that I am better than him. See, all of last year, I beat world champion after world champion after world champion. Kurt Angle, Batista, Rey Mysterio, The Undertaker, the list goes on. I am the fastest rising star in the history of this business. And yes, lots of people want to talk about that I won the Money in the Bank briefcase last year. And I unfortunately got that stolen off of me by Rob Van Dam. But that finally gets righted tonight. Because tonight, I have an opportunity. Chavo Guerrero wants to talk about not being given opportunities. I am the most maligned person in the history of Friday Night SmackDown because Teddy Long doesn't want to admit that I'm the best. And tonight, finally, I get my opportunity to take down Chavo Guerrero, that lying, cheating, stealing son of a bitch, to steal back from him what he stole from me, really, the Money in the Bank opportunity. I'm going to take it back, and then next Friday night on SmackDown, I'm going to cash in on The Undertaker because I've got his number, because The Undertaker is scared of Mr. Kennedy, and I'm going to become the world heavyweight champion. I don't know if there's any way to end this promo with me doing my line.
Yeah, he just does it. he just hits it.
On Friday night, you'll hear me announce the new World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy. Come on down for your 5 minutes of pain.
Mark Henry draws the battle line. He says anybody can come down and experience their 5 minutes of pain. If they survive, I don't know, maybe they get like a trophy or something. Who knows?
I think they get like $100,000. I think is the idea. I think it was Mark Henry's like weekly paycheck or whatever.
That's big. That's big. It's Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy comes down to the ring. His brother's there with him. Let's do this.
He can slap a tornado.
Oh, he can't kill Mark Henry though. Mark Henry kills him.
Yep. Mark Henry does pull out the WSS for this though, not the bear hug.
Yeah, not the bear hug. He put that away. This one's serious.
There's a strange rumor on the Observer news board this weekend about how Matt Hardy was originally scheduled to compete for the tag team titles, but for some reason the match got changed at the last minute.
Weird.
Speaking of the tag team titles, I think they might be next.
They are. Did we talk about that? Because it's a bit of a...
It's not a booked match. So do you want to talk about it now?
Sure. On this last Raw, I believe, right? Was it
yeah.
On this last Raw, the Hardys defended the World Tag Team titles in a big Tag Team Turmoil Gauntlet match. They had run through the whole thing. They had successfully retained, but that sneaky, sly son of a bitch, Mr. McMahon, came out, hit the "have you forgot about your other opponent," did the weird arm curl wave thing that he does, and out came Dolph Ziggler and Kenny Dykstra of the New Breed. And after going through so much, the Hardys were unable to hold their tag team titles just through that one more match. And so our new World Tag Team Champions, I have to specify World Tag Team Champions, because very different. It's Ziggler and Dykstra of the New Breed, meaning that both Ziggler and Dykstra have belts. Elijah has belt. Elijah has belt. There's only one guy left in that group without a belt. Just saying.
True.
Wrapped up in all this, of course, is New Breed constantly pretty much pissing off everybody on Raw. Like, I can't think of many people outside of their little group that like them at this point. As they've been running roughshod. I mean, we've sold this the whole year pretty much, right? These young guys showed up, they've fucked up the whole game, like completely been disruptors. They've really changed the whole landscape of this show very quickly. And people aren't very charitable to that. Because, I mean, if they were just young guys who were really good, you know, they would have some people, obviously, who were a little resentful of that early success. but they're good and they're also assholes. So, you just don't want to give them any credit. You know what I mean? They're defending their belts against Big Show and RVD tonight because Big Show and RVD hate the new breed.
Yep.
There you go.
That's it.
That's the big wraparound to this. It does real well, honestly. Ziggler and Dykstra hit genetic engineering on RVD. They make defense number 1 of the World Tag Team
I'm still
titles.
not 100% sure I'm comfortable with that tag team finisher.
Get over yourself.
Okay, all right.
It's a good name. Nobody has to see it after these few years. It's fine. It's a good bit, in my opinion.
These guys are getting pretty over now, Tucker. I don't know. They're in the spotlight, is all I'm saying.
They are the tag team champions, indeed.
Yeah. So
nobody will remember in a few years. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Big retention. They beat Robin, not Big Show, because Big Show's a big boy, and they have a hard time taking him down. They're eventually able to take him off the apron, take him out for a little bit, enough to get the pin on RVD and retain the belts.
Hell yeah.
Puddy, you take it away, honestly.
I think we've seen the Mizanin experience before.
I believe so.
Which is, previously he was trying to find his place on Raw, his friendship group, and in the meantime he was interviewing a bunch of people for his reality TV profile. Now he has, it seems, joined M&M, which is now Mizanin, Nitro, and Masters. Now, Mizanin, they're doing all right. They're a new tag team. They're picking up wins, but he also realizes that there's more to wrestling than just the ring work. And so he has got a huge surprise for his new group mates. The M&M House. Downtown LA, a luxurious villa home for Mizanin, Nitro, and Masters, fully equipped with cameras in every room.
Whoever wrote the original Kyodai Sushi House angles, that's who's writing whatever this is, I'm sure.
And we joined for the first episode of the new season of the Mizanin Experience, which takes place within the M&M House.
Yeah, it's like a poorly edited sitcom, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. Do you want to do your bit with the Master Lock and the Cheerios?
Yeah. That was just with the theme, I guess, in theory. Unless there was a second bit, I don't remember.
No, that's the one.
Oh yeah, Chris Masters has the Masters locked in. Has like the cheery sitcom intro goes in. He's like whipping a dude back and forth, and it's like, everywhere you look, everywhere you look. I don't know the words. This is before my time. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know the words. This is before my time. Yeah.
Tune in for more of the Mizanin Experience Season 2 on Monday nights.
We've got the briefcase on the pole. It's up there. And
Chavo retains. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pole matches are pole matches, right?
Yep.
These two fight for a little while. Kennedy tries to go up for it. Chavo cuts him off. Chavo tries to go up for it. Kennedy cuts him off. Kennedy tries to go up for it. Chavo cuts him off. Kennedy tries to go up for it. Chavo cuts him off. Chavo tries to go up for it. Kennedy cuts him off. Kennedy tries to go up for it.
I'm sure there's also hold on. I'm sure there's also some grappling and some some fun stuff in there where Kennedy's trying to work some heat or he's interrupting Chavo's babyface fire. I will say I think this match probably comes at a bad time for these guys where Kennedy's probably pretty over as a babyface at the moment, and so this match is less naturally antagonistic as it would be maybe 3 months ago, where Chavo was very clearly the babyface and Kennedy is very clearly the heel. Chavo's still beloved, I'm sure, but I think it's probably a 50-50 reaction in this match.
Probably because Chavo's the good guy. Really, he's likable. He's a fighter. He never gives up. All that stuff. But Mr. Kennedy's kind of cool, and he has a cool line, and he talks kind of interestingly. So I don't know, man. Real toss up here on who the hero is.
Yeah. I mean, it's Chavo, but I get that.
Yeah. It was like half joke, but also that's how wrestling fans work.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
hey, this guy just talks cool. He's the good guy now.
Yeah. But Chavo is still Mr. Money in the Bank, which is interesting, you know?
That
You
he
never
is.
know when he's going to cash it in. He could do it. He could do it tonight.
I guess. I mean, he'd have to find the Undertaker, which would be crazy.
Or John Cena.
I don't think John Cena's here.
John Cena is very injured right now. I feel like Chavo should be focusing his attention on Raw.
We should go find John Cena at a local medical facility and pin him in the hospital bed.
Hell yeah.
Oh, baby, here we go.
Here we go.
Big package. We're breaking it down. We already broke it down, but, you know, this is what this is.
I believe the last time we saw these two fight was a last man standing match at Survivor Series 2004.
And that was back when they properly disliked each other. And since then, they've come together a bit again. But as they're starting to grow apart once more, who knows, man? Who knows where this is going to go? Triple H clearly thinks this will help.
We could be in for a real treat here with this match.
I think
these two have put on some slobber knockers, as JR would say on comms.
I think Sean even questioned how it would help at one point in an interview. He didn't see the point, but I do. I get it. It's
Can these two resolve their differences?
I love that about wrestling so much. How it's like we have to resolve our problems. It's like we should fight.
I think for our part, at least, we very rarely have gone down that route in our series. Like, we've gone down the route of let's try it, but almost always it's like, oh wait, we hate each other more now.
Yeah. It's because
this hopefully will go differently because I don't want to see the end of DX.
I don't know who would, honestly.
So let's find out.
Shawn Michaels makes his way down to the ring. He's there. He's in the ring. He's ready to go. He looks a little apprehensive. He's not fully sold on this. I mean, he doesn't think it's really a great idea, but he'll do it because Triple H is his buddy and he wants to fight him or whatever. And sure, maybe it will be good to get his mind off Ric Flair even just for a bit, and just fight a guy who's nearly your brother, you know. Triple H's theme hits is time to play the game. He comes down on the ramp and he pauses about halfway on the ramp. And just stops.
Maybe hesitating. He doesn't want to fight Sean.
He stops.
Maybe he thinks better of it.
He looks at Sean. He's got this desperation in his eyes. He's genuinely sad. Like this is going to be a tough fight.
Yeah.
For both of them. And suddenly, what the fuck? What the fuck? A big, strange-looking man comes in the ring, spins Sean around, and just fucking destroys him with the craziest looking fucking powerbomb you've ever seen in your life. That's Kevin Nash. What the fuck?
I think I remember there's a beat on this story that you wanted to do. So I think after that Triple H like very slowly walks into the ring, eyes locked on Sean, and Nash is completely like stoic. And then eventually Triple H just slowly gets down and covers Sean and just shouts to the ref, count it. The referee, like, the bell has to even rang. Triple H is like, count it. And it's 1, 2, 3.
And then Nash can raise Triple H's hand.
I have just one thing to say about this. Lamau.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Small boost.
Yeah, did you read the rest of that, or?
It didn't matter. All it said was boost to charisma, so...
Okay.
That's all it says. Doesn't say anything else on there. Nothing else. There are no other things that are said.
What on earth is Kevin Nash doing here?
I don't know. And how did he carry these two guys to 100? Magical, really. He's the best we have already.
Well, I'm mad. I was promised the Triple H and Shawn Michaels match.
You can go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Shout out Christian Cage once again.
I think this is really cheesy. It's like them two being smug and smiling with a like sepia filter, and then the screen like cracks as they crack apart.
But
And
their egos tore them apart.
yeah,
We do like a yeah, I kind of love that. We do like a I don't know era. I don't know like what's the genre of movie that is.
oh, I don't know. I don't know. But
Fair.
I like to think it's got that underlying narrative from that Edge promo where he's like, people kept warning me, oh, stay away from Randy Orton. He's crazy. He's unhinged. He's going to ruin your life. Randy, you should have stayed away from me because this Saturday of Bad Blood, I'm going to ruin your life.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that we kind of maybe lost sight of a little bit when they were a tag team together, just being kind of schmarmy assholes. Both these men are unhinged. Like legitimately, they are insane people. Edge is just as crazy as Randy Orton. Randy Orton might be more directly vicious, more directly sadistic, I guess, but Edge is just as insane. He does not care about himself. He does not care.
Listen, let's not forget. Edge beat Mick Foley in a hardcore match.
Flaming table.
Okay.
Flaming table.
Flaming table. All right. Let's play the vignette over and over and over again. This match is going to be catharsis. This match is going to be. I think if any two men have a chance to work out their differences in an unsanctioned match, it is these two men.
Yeah, these two are just fucked up enough to where this might legitimately help. This might be all they need. They might be able to just go back to teaming after this, even. Who the fuck knows? We'll see. It's
only one way to find out.
Edge. It's unsanctioned.
Anything goes.
Anything goes. The referee is at no liberty to stop this at any point aside from a pinfall or a submission. Let's see if one of them kills each other. Let's just check it out.
These two men are going to war.
Nice.
And war they do. Again, we have had a back and forth about how exactly we wanted to do this, but I absolutely think this unsanctioned match is mainly focused around tables, ladders, and chairs. And it's that kind of environment, tables set up at ringside. Chekhov's table, that classic spot, just over and over again. Like Randy sets up a table, 10 minutes later he goes through it. Edge sets up a table, 15 minutes later he goes through it over and over and over again. What are you trying to do?
Unsanctioned.
Oh shit! That's your fault.
It is me, and I'm the guy who really fucking cares about spelling. So
go fix it then. Oh, you did fix it.
I did, but if I click this, it won't save it.
Oh shit! What if you press enter? Have you tried pressing enter? Oh.
No, I have to leave it like that. Pretend like it's fine.
And these two, there's blood, there's guts, there's RKOs off of the turnbuckle, maybe through a table. There's like Orton setting up some maniacal, weird fucking drop for Edge, only for Edge to get up before Orton realizes and spear him off a ladder and shit like that. These two are just gonna absolutely go to war with one another. Like you said, it honestly feels like these two men are trying to kill one another. And with Edge, it's passionate. With Edge, it's violent, it's brutal, it's wild. With Orton, it feels almost calculated. Like, Orton gets it, and he's almost like having fun out there. Like, he's looking with glee as the table gets set up or things like that. He's like, oh, what new toys can I use? It's very different to the 10-minute match we had on Raw a couple of weeks where it was back and forth, Orton always looking to go for the win. Orton almost feels like he isn't going for the win. He hits that RKO, through 5 tables, and he just, looks at his handiwork, you know what I mean? Yep. Like he's just enjoying himself out there. But eventually the match does get brutal. I'm thinking Edge is clawing at Orton's eye almost, trying to rip his eye out of the fucking socket. And Orton realizes, okay, hold on a second. I'm in a war here. I'm not in a wrestling match. I'm in a fucking war. But at that point, he's already been so brutally hurt that he can't just get that one and done RKO that he usually would. He's got to fight on Edge's level. He's got to use the weapons. He's got to use the brutality. He's got to go to the top rope somewhere where, let's be honest, Randy Orton is not comfortable, and try to claw his way back into this match. Eventually, though, he does. Eventually, he hits an RKO on Edge. And Edge kicks out. And Orton backs away and is like, man, we've been fighting here for 27, 28 minutes. Edge is there as a bloody mess on the floor. I'm standing here bleeding profusely. I hit him with the RKO and he kicked out because Edge is just this raw, emotional ball of energy at the moment. And I don't know if multiple RKOs could have kept him down. And Orton's backing away and you can see the gears starting to turn in his mind. He's like, you can almost hear him thinking, there is one thing I haven't tried. You see him sizing Edge up, and he's sizing Edge up, and he backs away slowly. And he starts running towards Edge directly as Edge is sort of barely getting up. And then right as Orton is about to reach Edge and do something, I'm not sure what, he stops. And he sits down. He's like, no. Clearly he thinks better of it. He's hesitating for what he was about to do. Kind of puts his fingers in his eyes, like, nope. And then Edge gets control back of the match. Edge wrestles control back of that match. They go back and forth, another little sequence of spots. And then eventually Edge has Orton down and 2 chairs in his hands. And he nods and he puts one chair underneath Orton's skull. He raises the other in the air and smashes Orton with a vicious concerto. And he pins him for the 1, 2, 3, and Edge wins the war.
And that was SNME 6 Bad Blood.
Orton hesitated.
He did.
Maybe he is human. What was he going to do?
I don't know. I don't even know why he stopped.
Orton never hesitates, by the way. That's it. He's a killer. He's got that instinct. He RKOs first, asks questions later. He'd RKO'd his own grandmother if he could.
I like the idea that that's just what the comms are saying as it's going off air. Like Edge is won. They're not really even talking about that. They're just like, what the hell just happened? Why didn't Randy Orton kill him? What is happening?
I like to think that they do that at the time, but then when Edge wins, they're like, Edge has won the war. He's there. Yeah. I mean, Edge is at the top of a ladder with blood streaming off his face, holding a bloody chair with a Randy Orton-sized imprint on it. I feel like that's the end of this show, yeah.
Who do you want to talk to?
Edge and Orton.
Obviously.
And then Doug Basham.
Yeah, buddy.
We're
hugging him. These two.
Kennedy deserves an honorable mention here, because he nailed his promo as well. Yeah.
He did, yeah. Yeah, I will. Seemed pleased. Oh boy, big development.
Star-making show for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, definitely. I really like this one, to be honest. I really like this one. This one felt real good. Here are our lovely credits up on the screen now. Thanks, folks, as always. Yeah. Thanks as always for giving us money.
I don't think we're planning on returning to your screens until SummerSlam at Wembley.
Which is, about 2 months away in game. That's it, VODs. Go now.
More than even. It's like 3.
Well, there's a lot of things going on here. We'll look at those.
That's so funny. It's so funny that
we've still got the credits up, so they can't see it. But
no, I want you to show them those emails.
Okay, sure.
Because it's so funny that both of those men have appeared in our inbox at the same time.
Wonder what's happening. Lack of big names. Eat ass.
Yeah, we can go over this every time. It's because we're too big now. There are no John Cena is the only big name we have now.
Yeah, right on. Yeah. Well, I think that'll do it. You got anything to say, Puddy?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess it's probably worth saying because we talked about this that, and I know I say this every couple episodes, but just as a pre-warning that if you don't see us for a while, it's because we our scheduling does mean that we're probably not going to be as frequently recording as even we have been recently. I feel like we can get SummerSlam up next month or so. But after SummerSlam, do not be surprised if you don't see us for a little while.
Yeah, I could definitely maybe see what you're talking about there. We will We will try our best, folks.
Yep.
That's all you can ask from me.
And me.